All right, round two. We've got the choice. Playing first. Got to mull this. I guess we mull this too. This one we keep. It's actually pretty solid. We're going to put that on the bottom though, but pretty solid keep actually for a mull to 5. We get to go hanger back walker. Even if we don't find gas, we can pump hanger back walker. If we do find gas, we get that vial aggregate online, which is nice. So yeah, that's pretty good. So definitely going aggregate first into Sky Spawner, because I don't know, I feel like it's better. Maybe ingesting is better. All right, I guess I still prefer my opponent get the hanger back than the aggregate, I think. It's debatable, I guess. I mean, I don't get the ramp off Sky Spawner here, which is something, but still feels fine. See if we're playing a blue-white control, maybe. Let's see what we ingest. Ingesting Ugin's Insight. All right. Stasis Snare. So blue-white control still, but missed a land drop. So that's good news for us. Guess we have Wild Slash, and we're still pressuring our opponent, so seems good to me. Like, this is a lot less relevant when we've got getting multiple bodies. All right. I mean, we're going to be in trouble if we don't draw gas, but we did mull to 5, so it's kind of a tougher position to contend with. Still think we want to make land drops because of, like, Pia and Kieran. We want to be able to, like, play land plus. Plus, we want to be able to crack Foundry, Council of the Foundry or whatever. Suppression bounds on an Eldrazi Scion, sure. Guess I could have sacked it in response. I just don't know if putting it in his graveyard is good. Oh, it's a mill deck. Okay. Citadel Siege, so you can tap down our guys. That's not that great against us. Dig seems good. 3, 4, 5. So let's go Rogue and Pia and Kieran. And the rest can go away. So, gotta presume there's board wipe in there. I think that's a fairly safe assumption. Dampening Pulse. Can actually beat that. So that's because we've got the Ghostfire Blade, so that's actually not that important. All right. Actually not gonna re-equip the Ghostfire Blade because I want to be able to blow something up, and I can pay for Ghostfire Blade next turn, so not important. Ugin's Insight. All right, so I guess Scry 4, draw 3, we mill 6. No double mills, so that's good news. Still definitely feels like a winnable game here. So we're just going to start launching dudes at him now. Seems correct to me. Alright, let's equip Ghostfire Blade. So let me think about this. Go to 7, throw a Thopter, 5, throw a Ghostfire Blade, 3, Wild Slash. I think this is correct. We're not actually going to play into a board wipe because I think that throwing things at him is going to be good enough. Quarantine Field. All right. Let's see what he's targeting. Ghostfire Blade and Pia and Kieran. All right, well, response. Don't need to Wild Slash yet, but he is tapped out. So just the chance that he's got Counterspell. Let's do the workaround for that. Hmm. 6 cards in hand. That's a little more challenging. Because of Citadel Siege, I kind of need to play. See, I can't beat the Citadel Siege based on this board, so I think we got to force him to board wipe here. I'm not in love with it, but that's what we're going to do. Quite a few draws. We have another Pia and Kiernalar. We have 3 Ghost Blades. Oh, got the life gain there. All right. All right, I wish I could do something about that, but obviously, like I said, if I didn't play into it, my opponent didn't have to play it. So, just one of those things. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. If I didn't play that, he could just continuously tap down my only attacker in Whirler Rogue with Citadel Siege, which means he wouldn't have had to play the Planar Outburst, which is not good, as you might imagine. Well, that's going to do it. Hopefully we resolve it. Beat the mill deck on the Mulla 5. That's a good sign. So now we just straight up go negates. Disdainful Stroke stops Citadel Siege, but that's not relevant. Spot removal like Fiery Impulse comes out. Arc Lightning burns face, which I think is good. Although, I don't know what I would want to take out for that. So I think we're just going to get out of that plan. Just bring in the negates, and we're probably fine. Keeping this hand's very nice, actually. Blade into Walker. Seems pretty good. Into aggregate. All right. Well, the turn progression is forthcoming. Sphinx's tutelage, sure. I think we go aggregate. He's got enough enchantment removal for Hangerback where I think taking a turn off seems bad. And we can save Whirler Rogue now. I think between aggregate and Hangerback we have enough to gas our opponent or pressure him in a good way. That's interesting. I think we're still on Ghostfire Blade plan because it's more damage. I'm ready to pump Hangerback now, I guess. Even though he's got all the enchantment removal, I still think we can play Hangerback for a little planar outburst protection. Because he's definitely more motivated to use... Whoops. More motivated to use things on the Hangerback. Okay, hitting the aggregate wisely. Which means pump Hangerback and cliffs. Equip. Swing. And play the Sky Spawner and pass. So now, still pretty motivated to use board wipe. And we don't have to play the Whirler Rogue either, which is nice. Citadel Siege does stop the... So actually we just re-equip the Ghost Fireblade to the Scion. And still fine. Okay. So forcing a board wipe here for sure. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I guess I can actually think I can actually play because I get 3 dudes, 4, 5. Yeah, we're actually gonna play Whirler Rogue here. Because this, if you planar outburst now, we just get 3 dudes, and he's not gonna be able to live. I think he's just gonna die. Because if he board wipes, I get 3 dudes I equip, I Wild Slash him, he's dead. All right, beat the mill deck. Pretty awesome, especially on the Mull of 5, but once again, unconventional deck. Just seems like we're playing against some unconventional decks in tourney practice, unfortunately. But our deck's unconventional, so I guess it makes sense. We might have to be doing a standard daily just to get the real tournament results we want. Like I said, playing against the Abzan and the Atarka Red and stuff like that is really the best practice, the practice that we really want for this deck. But it's tournament practice and people are going to be playing weird decks, but it's still good to see how we fare against other unconventional decks. All right, let's do one more round and see how we do.